And what is up, fellow nerds? And welcome to Not Your Status Quo. Man, it is another exciting night, and we're here to do a Loki watch party.
Oh yeah.
Now,
This is
obviously, we've
gonna.
got a little bit of time before the episode starts, before we can see it over on Disney Plus, even see what the episode name is. So, before that happens, gentlemen, why don't we do what we do best? Dave, Keith, how are you doing?
Well, Doug, I gotta tell you, I am grand. I had a little miscue with my job today.
Yeah?
By them, I don't think I want to go into details, but it was very irritating. But I got over that after I had some dinner. Just get a little food in the belly, and usually that stuff just fades away. So I'm ready to watch some Loki. Well, we got one more after this one.
I believe so, yeah.
That is correct.
Historically, the second to last episode for these Marvel shows has been the one you want to watch. So hopefully that's the same as the case tonight.
We will definitely have to see. Yeah. Hopefully, I mean, last episode was insane. Hopefully it carries that momentum, into these final two episodes. I'm almost positive. I bet you any money it's going to leave us on a cliffhanger. So, oof. But
You would bet. You would bet Eddie money. Can you bet people?
no, actually, I can't. I can't afford to bet anybody.
Okay.
But Keith, sir, how are you?
Every time we get to a Thursday night and I'm talking to you, fine gentlemen, I am tremendous. And I mean, there is so much coming out tonight. We got the final episode of, or the second to final episode of Doom Patrol earlier. Haven't watched it yet. We've got the first episode of season 2 of Invincible. We got the season finale of Gen V, and we got the 5th episode of the second season of Loki. And you guys might not have seen this. And I don't know if it's true because we were also told that the Madam Web trailer was dropping on October 23rd, and it never did. But
so disappointed that we didn't get it.
there are people online, scoopers, who think they know everything, and maybe they do, I don't know, are saying the Echo trailer is dropping tomorrow. And we will get a Daredevil sighting in it.
Oh,
in the trailer.
In the trailer.
Okay.
Well, they got to give you a reason to watch the show.
I was going to say, they're worried about this show not doing well. So they know the best thing they can do is show Daredevil, who everybody loves, in it to get some viewership.
Speaking of being worried about not doing well, have you seen the influx of clips from the Marvels dropping on TikTok, on YouTube?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's almost like they just decided, you know what, we're going to just release it in chunks. It's not going to do great anyway. This is probably going to be one of those, it's going to drop on Disney Plus in like a month.
Hey, Doug, I don't know if anybody asked you yet, but how are you doing?
Dave, that's so sweet. And no, nobody asked me yet. Dave, let me tell you, I am outstanding. As Keith said it best, it's Thursday night. I love hanging out with you gentlemen. I love being able to, watch these sometimes good, sometimes questionable movies and shows, and talking about them, coming up with all of our nerdy theories. And man, we've got a busy next couple of weeks coming up. A lot of stuff that we've been waiting to come out. And I think this coming Sunday is going to be jam packed.
Yeah, we got a lot to talk about this week.
Oh man, the news that you guys just said that Invincible already dropped. I thought that wasn't dropping until midnight.
Yeah.
Nope, I believe they dropped it at 8:00 tonight. Gen V season finale's out. The first episode of season 2 of Invincible.
Can't wait.
We
to
are
watch
eating
that
good,
too.
gentlemen.
I've been loving Gen V. It's been great. And really looking forward to seeing Invincible again. I guess my really one of my only nitpicks from season 1 was that the animation wasn't the best. It needed a little boost, needed to be a little bit better. So hopefully they improved that in the time that they had. I'm pretty sure they probably got a budget increase. But other than that, the story was fantastic. I think they improved upon a lot of the stuff from the graphic novel, which if you didn't check out if you've never read any of the Invincible comics, I recommend going back, give them a read.
A lot of people who say the Invincible comics is one of the best runs of any comic out there. So if you haven't read it, definitely read it, because you will be. I found out today, I was talking to my brother today, and my nephew was in the car with him, and we were talking about how all these things are coming out today. My brother said, I watched the first episode of season 1 of Invincible. I haven't watched any more. I'm like, you saw the last 5 minutes of that episode,
and you said,
and you stopped. He goes, he's like, yeah, I wanted to watch more. I guess I never came back to it. I'm like, how did you stop thinking about it?
Right.
I was like baffled. I'm like, I think you are the only person I've ever heard said, yeah, I watched the first episode. That was it.
I mean, why would you stop there when you have another one available?
Right.
After that, especially after those last 5 minutes.
When season 1 premiered, did they give us episode 1 and 2?
Or was it 1, 2, and 3? But I can't remember. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, I know it was a bulk.
Because I was about to say, I'm like, I remember the end of episode 1, and I was just like, oh my God, what was that? And I'm texting you guys, and I was like, what the did I just watch? Well, this is insane.
Yeah, that was some heavy stuff. You didn't see stuff like that until The Boys, and then this came out, and it was. Can you imagine if it was live action? I don't think
right.
I don't know if they would have been able to pull it off anyway, because they did it so great animated.
And the fact that was their Superman character too, right?
Yeah.
So it's supposed to be like, I guess Homelander isn't any better.
Right. You got to wonder who's worse, Omni-Man or Homelander?
I think Omni-Man. I'm pretty sure he's done more genocides.
Yeah, Homelander's just kind of a poor kid who kind of was manipulated and thinks he's smarter than he really is.
Dated a Nazi,
But Homelander does it because he's been neglected. Yeah, he's got some wires crossed up there. Yeah. Omni-Man does it on purpose.
Oh yeah.
So
he thinks like it's his job, it's his destiny. He's supposed to.
Sierra thinks Omni-Man would wreck Homelander.
Oh, easily Omni-Man would. You guys remember the episode from season 1 where he flew so fast that he lit that planet's atmosphere on fire, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he wins.
Well, I don't know. I've never seen Homelander try anything like that.
Okay, fair.
That is an excellent point. Yes.
This is life, Sully.
Oh my gosh, I wasn't even paying any attention to the chat. Jeez, a lot of folks. Let's see here. Got Sierra here. We got Right to Education. We've got let's see here. Sullivan. We've got Keith, Dave. Man, awesome. Look at all these people.
We got Dinky Man
on Twitch. That's right. If you guys did not know, we are streaming this duel. We're doing it on YouTube and Twitch. You can catch us on.
We're doing it live.
Doing it live.
Forget it. We're doing it live.
So speaking of doing it live, Keith, do you have Twitch open as Not Your Status Quo?
Yes, I do. As a matter of fact,
outstanding. Good. Want to make sure that we have that taken care of. I've got it opened up as myself, so that way when it comes time to end our stream, I will let you take care of that.
Hey, I sent an IM to Michael Rosenbaum.
Yeah.
Because they were talking about Now here's my funny side. They were talking about Kristen Krug, and I sent it to him. I said, "Listen, both you and Tom Welling have made out with Kristen Krug. I can't even get her to answer a message."
Jeez, dude.
Like she would answer a message. That's the funny part.
And you know what? No, she did actually. She sent you a signed restraining order.
Hasn't got here yet. I mean, to sign the first class mail or whatever it is.
If she knew you, Dave, she would be responding to your messages.
Yeah, in a mean way.
in a
Oh,
mean way.
Not true.
what are those pictures there from Dinky Mansoul?
It looks like Minecraft pictures.
Yeah,
I'm
that's what it
thinking
looks
the
like.
second one's the Hulk.
No, it's a creeper.
Creeper.
Your kids are too old to probably have played Minecraft, Dave, but they're
Yeah.
they like attack you in Minecraft. If you don't defeat them quick enough, they blow up.
Okay. Okay. I know Rick from Rick and Morty. He likes Minecraft.
You know, a
Oh,
funny story about Minecraft. They use the same software that my company uses. Not my company. I don't own the company. The company I work for uses for development work called Jira. And they actually exposed their Jira to the public. So people could
Whoops.
go in, see what they were working on, and upvote things they wanted done, like in their
Oh, they
sprints.
did that on purpose. Okay.
Yeah. They like wanted to get feedback from the fans, so they just kind of opened it up. You couldn't change; it was pretty much read only, but you could vote on like if you saw, we're going to fix the creeper timeout before explosion in this one land. You could upvote that, and they would know whatever had the most upvotes. They would put their dev team on, and they would fix it. I always thought that was pretty cool.
hmm.
And just so you know, Dinky Soul Man, if you're out there watching, you can stay up a little late tonight if you're watching our stream.
Well, then who's that second account?
One is his on YouTube. The other is his on Twitch.
Now that people is supporting your father right there.
And I definitely appreciate it, Dinky Soul Man.
He's a soul man.
Do. He doesn't like when I sing with his name in songs.
No.
Oh.
So,
Well, that wasn't you. That was me.
no. Neither does Tessalita.
I do want to go back to this, something that Sarah said earlier. They did a versus video on YouTube. Have you gentlemen ever watched the Death Battle YouTube channel?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Death Battle, they did an Omni-Man versus Homelander video. I forgot all about that. Thanks for bringing that up, Sarah. Yeah, that was a
Who
good one.
won in their video?
Omni-Man by a mile.
Okay, I was going to say if Homelander won, I'd probably
he decimated Homelander. I'm pretty sure he gouged his eyes out and then broke several bones.
And I mean the difference between Omni-Man and Homelander. I mean Omni-Man was trained in an army of Viltrumites, and he is a well-trained. I mean Homelander was so much more powerful than everybody. He never felt like he had to do much because no one was powerful enough to stop him. Omni-Man would rip him to shreds.
Homelander is powerful compared to humans, but Omni-Man is powerful compared to like other beings. That's why at the end of Invincible, Invincible is talking to that one alien representative. They're talking about forming the coalition of planets to take care of Viltrum, to stop them from conquering the galaxy.
Well, what do you guys think? Do you think Superman, like that article I sent you or that picture I sent you earlier this week, do you think Superman would take out Omni-Man?
He would, because Superman always wins. He always finds a way to win.
I do, because I've seen him take out Darkseid. So, yeah, I think he could.
And Kryptonians are warriors as well. So
Yep.
And
Superman has been in battles. Superman has battled Doomsday, Darkseid. I forget that.
Superman's seen some stuff.
So he's definitely prepared.
In fact, speaking of having seen some stuff, Dave, can you give us any examples of Superman having fought in any wars and seeing some stuff? Any shows maybe that come to mind?
No.
I
don't know what you're talking about, man. Maybe Smallville. He went to war in season 9 with
there we go.
With Zod and his army. There you go. And they were only halfway, half of them were with Clark at the time. and the other half with Zod.
Oh, Sierra is saying she doesn't think Superman could beat Homelander or Omni-Man.
Now she's just trying to like press my buttons. That's what she's doing.
I mean, if you've read the comics, there has been so like Doomsday. We've talked about Darkseid. When Brian Michael Bendis took over, there was a new supervillain that came after Superman. I can't remember his name now, but he fought him. I mean, he fought in the future against the Fatal Five with the Legion of Superheroes. I mean, Superman has fought anybody and everybody. I think Omni-Man would give him a much better fight, but I think in the end, Superman would prevail just because, he has to win. Just Mark will eventually.
So Sierra says Superman doesn't fight to kill. That's
he does
what makes him stronger. But no, he doesn't kill mainly humans.
Mm-hmm.
If he has to kill an alien, I'm sure he doesn't feel bad about that.
Right.
No, he tries to save everybody. He doesn't. It's not human because he's alien. He's not. Oh, I'm only going to save humans. I'm going to go on a murder spree of aliens.
He
tries to save everybody.
He kills people all the time.
The only aliens where he has decided that, you know what, I'm not going to hold back. Brainiac, he's gone after him a couple of times, hoping to destroy him. Usually he's not always successful. Brainiac always seems to find a way to come back, kind of like Ultron, outside of the MCU. But and then the other one is, again, in the animated series, the Justice League animated series, he fought Darkseid to kill.
Yeah, he said, I don't have to hold back.
Exactly. That he uttered one of my favorite Superman lines. He said, it's quiet. And yes, all of your humans ran in fear. Oh, so it's empty. Good. I don't have to hold back anymore. And that's really telling. That is really telling of Superman because he is always holding his punches. We talked about this Spider-Man comic where Doc Ock basically was possessing Spider-Man, and he didn't realize how strong Spider-Man was. Spider-Man, Superman, very similar in the fact that they're incredibly strong, but they always pull their punches.
Mm-hmm.
Because they know how strong they are, and they're not trying to kill people.
And that's a mark of a true hero.
That was the Superior Spider-Man by Dan Slott, which I really enjoyed that run.
Oh, yeah.
Good stuff.
It was good for a while, then they kind of screwed it up. When they erased Doc Ock's memory and made him unlearn all of just so they could make him be a villain again. That was stupid.
Yeah, they had to wipe away all that character development.
Yeah.
They should have just had him transition slowly and something go into it, go crazy or something.
Yeah, no,
that would have been a great story arc.
They did a reset button or something. They transferred him into another Doc Ock body, and in doing so, it just wiped him or something.
Yeah, that's no good.
It was dumb.
I don't know who thought of that. They didn't run it by Feige, but it wasn't a movie, so I guess it's all right.
Well, it's funny you say that. While we got the 10 minutes left, I sent you, gentlemen, an article yesterday from Variety.
Yes.
And it's funny because I read it yesterday, and I was like, wow, this is pretty crazy article. Like the stuff I was reading about Blade, where they're on their fifth writer now. The writer for Logan has taken over the writing duties for Blade. And they said at one point he was relegated to the fourth main character, and they were going to have life lessons in it in his movie and stuff. And I'm reading this and I'm like, what in the hell is going on in Marvel Studios?
Mm-hmm.
But now we're seeing today people are coming forward. I forget one of the guys' names. One of the guys who's been working on Blade has said, I've never seen any script that remotely resembles what they're talking about in there. And then, they were talking about how Nia DaCosta, who directed The Marvels that's coming out next week, moved to England during post-production and was working on another movie. Tessa Thompson. And I guess this happens all the time. This isn't unknown. James Gunn was working with DC while he was in post-production on Guardians Volume 3. Mm-hmm. And Taika Waititi was gone during post-production on Thor Ragnarok. I forget because he was working on something. This isn't out of the ordinary. They still are monitoring. And the more I'm reading and finding out what other people are saying, it almost sounds like a hit piece against Marvel Studios. Not that I'm saying they haven't made mistakes. I mean, trying to give us way too much content way too quickly has definitely been a shortcoming for them. But as we're hearing, a lot of these things might not be as true as this article is saying. Makes me wonder why they're writing it. You know, what are they gaining from making
Yeah.
Marvel
Wonder.
bad?
Well, I mean, and the whole idea of switching from Kang to Doctor Doom at this point, it's insane. It's you can't do. You've already done all the setup. You know, now if he goes to jail, obviously you just recast him. No big deal. You can do that. But from what I'm hearing, it doesn't look like he's going to jail. In fact, like his accuser might be going to jail. That's what I've read.
Well, she had charges against her, but the prosecutor said they weren't going to press charges. They weren't going to pursue charges or something along those lines. It's a really weird thing because he has a trial date in November still.
Mm-hmm.
And, it sounds like from everything we're hearing that it wasn't as cut and dry as it first sounded, like he attacked her and did all this stuff. I mean, we're not going to know the full truth until sometime down the line. But I mean, if he did it, I certainly hope, his victim gets justice. If he didn't do it, I certainly hope he is found innocent and, able to continue his acting career. And not just because he's a fine actor, you don't want anyone
to be falsely
becomes, yeah. They're famous, they make a lot of money. I'm sure there's sometimes people want to go after that money, and this is the way they choose it. Now, I don't think this is the case because they were dating and there's a whole bunch going on, but just one of those stories where it's like, man, we're probably never going to find out the whole truth, and
that's a shame.
But you're right, Dave. It would be nuts.
It's probably not as sinister as we've been led to believe as well. That's, mostly that it's probably a something like if he was not famous and some altercation happened, obviously it wouldn't have blown up like this. If it was like me or you, I guess I can't make that judgment. But if we had a small altercation and we're famous, they could try and blow it up to get a good story out of it, So you never know.
Yep. And you're right, Dave. If they tried to replace Kang with Doom right now, it would make zero story sense. Mm-hmm. If they need to move on from Jonathan Majors, recast. Mm-hmm. There are lots of people who could handle that role. John Boyega comes to mind.
And I mean,
he would be good in that role.
Built in right there. He's a variant. Obviously, it can be anybody.
Yes, they're in the perfect position to recast if they have to.
This isn't Star Wars. People aren't going to be that upset.
I mean, they've done it multiple times already. I mean,
they absolutely have.
Terrence Howard, absolutely.
Terrence Howard being the first one.
Mm-hmm. Well, no, Hawk.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Ed Norton was the first one.
Yep.
And then we've gotten, two from the Hulk franchise because Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross is now Harrison Ford.
Yep.
Sierra, I'd be upset if they changed it. Oh, well, that's no big deal then.
No, you're right. It just completely would not make sense. They can't say that. And if they did that, they would have wasted Kang for the future because there's no way they could go back to him after that.
Have you met me? Duh.
Oh, you're in the cage.
You're caged, Doug.
So, Sierra, are you guys going to watch it with us tonight, or are you going to sign off and then watch it later? I'm reading all these blah blah blah.
What, you don't like us talking, Dinky Man Soul? We boring you with this talk?
Oh, that's gross, Sierra.
Wow, you could have saved that.
Wow.
Oh, look, we got another love from Indian brother. Welcome, Inder Sharma. Oh, I'm saying that incorrectly. I apologize. Welcome to the stream. We're going to be watching the 5th episode of Loki here in a moment. So,
excellent.
Are we allowed
And
to have
sorry,
it?
I saw this up there, but we were kind of like talking, and I didn't get a chance to bring this up. But Right to Education asked, how much time to Loki start? Please answer. I am from India. If you were still on, I do apologize. I did see your comment. It's just I didn't want to interrupt the gentleman talking about Jonathan
Oh, I
Majors.
typed it into the chat, so I hope you saw it.
Oh, I didn't see you type that in. All right.
I did too, actually. Dave and I were both furiously typing away. And just so you know, it's about 3 minutes now.
Right.
You know what I can't watch now? I have to go scrub my brain.
All right. Let's see. Anything yet? Nope.
Let's see if I can.
They're pushing it to that last absolute minute.
What time is it right now? It is 8:58 English daylight time.
Eastern Standard Time.
Eastern Standard. It's standard after daylight? Saturday.
Yeah, oh yeah, it is. Yeah, I guess. Is it daylight standard time? Yeah.
It's still daylight savings right now.
Okay.
Can't
yeah, because that's this weekend that it falls back, right? That's coming.
Yes. Yeah, because our Congress can't agree on one thing. Did you see the Senate voted 98-0 to eliminate daylight savings, and then the House couldn't do it? I don't understand.
They did this last year too.
Yeah.
And you know the funny thing, so my mom was working a lot of extra hours, and she got to the point where like she couldn't remember what the date was, what time it was, and I got her this cool clock. This is not meant to sound insulting, but I got my mom a clock that's meant for like Alzheimer's patients. So it's pretty plain, it's easy to read, it shows the date and the time like in nice big letters, but it took me a while to find the right kind because I wanted one that she would not have to change for daylight savings. So, and there's literally only one brand that of this type of clock that does that. So I got this clock for her, and then like a week later, I saw the news that the House is going to vote on whether to end daylight savings. I'm like,
well, don't worry, our House cannot come together on anything right now.
Right?
So
I know. Thankfully, they did what they do best. In India, the time is 6:30 a.m. Right now, it's too early. It is so early. It's so early. Yes.
That's crazy.
Now, to be fair,
it's dropped, you guys.
Oh,
it's dropped.
Shoot.
What? I don't see it.
It's called science fiction. Science/fiction.
All right, we gotta get
science/fiction.
How come I don't see it? That's not fair.
Fiction.
You guys gotta wait for me.
Yeah, we'll wait for you.
We'll wait.
Come on, baby. Give it to me. It's not showing up. There we go. Okay.
All right.
Let's see if I can get it to start.
I was gonna see if I could change the title midstream, but it wouldn't let me.
Oh my gosh, it started right up.
Did it?
First time ever. I'm gonna hit skip recap, and I'm stopping.
Oh, I didn't skip the recap.
Do we want to do that?
Did I see what?
Wait,
do we want to skip the recap, but where do we want to start?
We can't put it on there.
No, I'm not going to leave it up here. I'm just asking.
We should start right after the Marvel.
Right after the Marvel. Got it. And yeah, no, I would definitely not do that. I'm not.
We're gonna get hurt for that one.
Yeah, I am certainly not crazy. All right, I am going to let's see here. I've got to lower the volume a bit so that doesn't get picked up.
Okay, I
turn on my subtitles so I actually know what's happening.
I'm at the whiteness.
Yeah, me too.
All right, I'm pausing it there, so we're all at the same
Yep.
spot.
You said you're at the whiteness?
Yep.
Yeah, right after the marble thing. That looks like it's
Okay.
the
I think I'm almost
explosion.
there.
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure it's the explosion.
And yes, Dinky Man Soul, we loved the theme to Gravity Falls. My son and I were actually having a dance party the other night to that Gravity Falls theme. It was tremendous. Yes, and one day we will do a Gravity Falls stream. We'll talk about how it actually crosses over with Rick and Morty, and we'll handle all of the wonderful Gravity Falls info for you. Does that sound good, Dinky Man Soul?
And speaking of Rick and Morty, I saw the third one, and it's just not getting any better.
Yep.
Yep. All right. You gentlemen ready to start?
I'm ready.
Yes.
Give us a countdown.
All right, in 3, 2, 1. It's white.
Is this Oppenheimer?
He's breathing heavily.
It's Barbenheimer.
Green eyes.
What?
I
The
wish
Hulk's
my
there?
eyes were his.
They're about the same color as the key lime pie. Did you notice that?
Well, you know what? They kind of are.
He's been eating too much of that pie. Oh, and they're just right back in the TVA. Okay.
He is.
Well,
Wait, is that what he was wearing?
Yeah, that's what he was wearing.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. He time slipped again, didn't he?
Oh, I bet he did.
might have. I was about to say, I'm like that. Something seems
Because
off.
we
with
know,
that.
well, we know he's still time slipping because there's been stuff from the trailers that we haven't seen yet when he like time slips in front of that magical waving wobbly thing.
But I thought the whole thing that they did in the first episode with pruning him and everything, I thought that was supposed to fix the time slipping.
That's what
maybe
they
whatever
said.
happened to the loom caused it to happen again.
Okay.
What's up, buddy?
Guys, I will
TJ.
do some backwards messages and say them
Fail-safe
frontwards on the Gravity Falls stream. We'll see you guys on the Gravity Falls stream.
All right, buddy.
Oh yeah, I think you're right. I think he is still time slipping. Yep, there he goes. Wow, crazy.
Well, that's a good thing, though.
Oh, this is when he sees Loki. He sees himself from the trailer.
Okay, all right.
Oh,
So yeah, I guess it saved his life, maybe, but
well, he can save everybody's life now because of that.
yeah.
Now there's no Loki in there.
Oh, is the crack in the floor there? No, that wasn't where the crack was.
God, like everybody is gone.
So did he time jump just a few minutes before when he wasn't in that room?
I wonder if that pushed everybody back to their timeline.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm pretty sure. Didn't we theorize that as well? Didn't we say like
yes?
Yeah. No. See, look,
the Flash.
It's what happened just a second ago.
Oh,
when he said hello. He got pushed back like just a few moments.
Oh, interesting. Oh God, I hope he's not like stuck in a loop now.
Nah, he'll figure it out.
Dave, you all right there?
Yeah, I had to fix the camera.
Uh-oh. Everything's starting to spaghettify. Okay.
That's spaghetti boy. That's timely.
That can be good. Speaking of which, you guys like that thumbnail I made?
Yes. Fail safe mode initiated.
Oh.
Thank you for your service.
Okay, so
what is
that's Victor Timely becoming the entire TVA? He's in the machinery. Ooh, those letters disappearing got to mean something.
I like that music. So great.
It is so good.
It's creepy.
Look at
Looks
the
like an
water
old
dripping
time of
down the
jail.
cell.
I was gonna say, is that Miss Minutes?
What the?
Is that
Oh,
B-15?
it's Kate. It's Casey.
Oh. Oh, whoa, was he a prisoner? That's nuts. Gosh, what did he do? I want to know what, like... Oh, okay. And apparently he knows how to escape. Oh, no. All right.
Sorry,
Everything-
Fernie.
This isn't actually Casey, right? This is a variant.
It could be the Casey they pulled in, but yeah.
He seems to have a deep understanding of this plan.
Well, where's the Sunshine Band?
They're dead, Dave. They're all dead. Every time I hear Casey and the Sunshine Band, I think of that Austin Powers Goldmember movie.
Oh my gosh.
Whoa.
This is the branch timeline.
Yeah, it is.
One of them.
Is that Alcatraz?
Yep.
Okay. Let's go. Hurry up. They're gonna cut us like fish. Huh. Okay, so he's still... Oh. Loki wound up there. Hmm. You said your name was Frank. It is. Okay, so he's been going by Frank in Alcatraz, and Casey is like just his TVA name. Because I was about to say, I'm like, because Mobius is such a weird name, I can't imagine that's his real name, on the timeline.
His name's going to be like Ed or Dan
Right.
or something.
Mobius, E. Mobius.
Oh, and now he's at the Mickey D's. Oh,
Power
here we
Sports.
go. We're on Power Sports. Okay.
I bet that's where Mobius works.
Mm-hmm.
The Matrix.
Time Theater.
Oh, this is where he watched the video of his life, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, she was a doctor.
Oh, okay. I guess that fits. Now, okay, so if they went back to their place on the timeline, do you think they then regained all of their old memories and retained their TVA memories?
I don't know, because he would have known who Loki was.
Okay. Don't climb trees. I love that.
Telling a kid not to climb a tree is pretty much a surefire way to get them to climb more trees.
Hey, Charles, how's it going? Welcome from El Salvador. Glad you're with us.
Oh,
There
thanks
he
for
is.
joining us.
Oh, all right. Yes.
Mobius.
Ah, doing what he's always wanted to do, but he's probably just a commercial, right? His name's Don.
Don. Oh my God.
You're pretty close. It's just some random plate name, Don. And he's from Ohio? Oh, gross. Thinking man's dirt bike. I'm going to have to remember that line. It's the thinking man's dirt bike. That's right, Dinky Man. So Ohio's
cursed.
And in fact, it's not even a legitimate state. Remember that.
Don't tell him that. He'll probably have a test on it soon.
TVA is gone. An ATV, and no, you're. Oh, geez, he had a kid too. Oh, that's rough.
2 kids.
Oh.
Now, is he really a single dad, or
A single dad that ignores
So when
his
that
kid.
thing blew up, it recreated all those prune timelines. It looks like.
That's crazy. I don't know. So wait, hold on. Okay, yeah, you bring up a good point. So if a timeline is pruned, there's a chance that it can just pop back out.
I don't know. This
Maybe if maybe
could be one
maybe
of
if
the timelines that were out there still.
I guess maybe if Eliath doesn't eat him. You buying your own book? Of course, he's a science fiction writer.
yeah, I think his name is Doug.
Of course.
Look at this.
Oh, B. Oh,
Aww. She feels bad for him.
Yep, that's going to be a whole new storyline right there.
oh man, we got to get a screenshot of that later.
Oh yeah, and kind of break down like what each of the post notes is.
Yeah.
I'm sure Ryan Aries already beat us to it.
Well, they didn't get this episode early, so
He's doing it right now.
that's
Easter egg, Easter egg, Easter egg. Oh, he's gonna love this. Oh, science fiction is real. It's going to be hard to believe. Of course, I believe you. It's a dream come true.
Oh, so he's writing them as characters in stories.
Oh, interesting. I'm sure I can find a copy around here somewhere. There's piles of it. You're one lucky man. I think I love science fiction writer OB even more. I'll be right back.
is this Loki's new power?
Time traveling, time slipping.
Like, if he's going to be the new he who remains.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that would play into it.
TVA from being destroyed. Are you sure? Oh, nothing to protect them from what's coming. Okay, I was about to say, because it seems like with the TVA melting down, things seem all right.
Well, we haven't seen the other billions of timelines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to get that variant of Kang here soon.
Mm-hmm. So he's going to learn how to control his time slip powers.
That's how he's going to become the new He Who Remains.
Okay.
That's how heroes, they got to have the journey of learning how to use their power.
Remember,
Yeah.
Odin told them both, Thor and Loki, that they were kings.
That's true.
Sierra's still watching.
I feel like he's been here the longest out of everywhere that he's slipped to. Oh, what if there is a Thor and a Heimdall in this timeline? Maybe he can call for
the Rainbow Bridge.
yeah.
Bifrost?
Oh wait, no, I guess Marvel probably couldn't afford that for the show.
The Bifrost.
Time slipping, all right. How does science help us? Get to a place that doesn't exist. Well, maybe it does.
You're like 2 seconds behind me, Doug.
What's that now?
I said I think you're a couple seconds behind me.
It's all right. I can't hear. I have to keep the volume down so my mic doesn't pick it up. So I'm just reading the.
Gotcha. Get the band back together.
Yeah. Devora unique in that moment, huh? Yeah, but what advice you would even use?
No.
He's got the book.
Oh, he's got the book.
Pull it out. When in doubt, whip it out.
Mm-hmm. No, Dave. Bad.
The book. I mean the book.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense. Okay.
So I am going to be a bestseller. Not really.
Oh no.
Oh, goodbye.
Well, he'll work on it, and then by the time Loki realizes it, it'll be over.
Hey, at least he gave OB the book.
Right, I was about to say, like, hopefully he left it there and it didn't go with him.
That house behind him looks like it's from that horror movie.
Oh, geez, magic. His kids are little pyros. Yes, the snake that eats his own tail.
Yeah.
Yes, he was at the shop earlier. This isn't weird at all.
TVA.
Oh, geez. Wow, he really is obsessed with No, it's not his real name. That's the thing. I'm gonna go check on. I'm gonna call the police.
See,
18. Wow.
he loves to say that.
Mm-hmm. That door does not look super stable.
No, it doesn't.
I'm assuming maybe he cut some corners. Oh, this is his first time pad.
Don't turn off the light.
I wonder what he would do if he told him also on top of all this. By the way, I'm Loki. Yes, the myths are real.
He's
Moving the door all over
he's
the
fine boy.
place.
You know who says trust me a lot? Lex
Mhm.
Luthor. Now there's proof if you hadn't had it before.
Mm-hmm. He's got a point. But that is kind of like, I don't know, that seems blackmailish, you know?
It does.
Yeah, well, what's he gonna do? You know?
Mm-hmm. Really, though, I mean, what can he do? He's not, right now, he's not really Mobius.
Maybe when
Well, he
says
needs his temporal aura to create the group aura.
Oh, okay.
look at Loki putting it all back together.
Right.
Son of a bitch, I'm in.
Right?
Right.
That's exactly what he's doing. Gathering up his crew.
Like he made it out of Alcatraz.
And now
He
he's
pulls it
he's
to the time.
kidnapped him, basically.
Now I want to know if like one of the guys that escaped from Alcatraz was never found,
Right.
and his name was Frank.
Right? And Frank drowned, probably.
I think that was the name of the guy that Clint Eastwood played anyway. His character's name. Franco.
Oh, his books are still there. Oh, so many of them. Oh.
All right, so they got everybody. No, they don't have Sylvie.
Do they need Sylvie?
Yeah, she was there.
Was he going to steal something?
Yeah. Doesn't even know why. Doesn't need it. He's just doing it. Mobius is my space name.
No.
Does he need Timely and Sylvie?
See, I don't know. One more. Okay.
Yeah,
So then, yeah,
that's a good
probably
question on
Sylvie.
Timely because he was outside. He was outside when it happened, so maybe not.
I don't think he needs Timely.
Damn, that's making me hungry.
But this might be a way to go back and save him.
Oh, wait, is
Yep.
Timely becoming a McDonald's food bag?
Oh, he's in McDonald's food bag.
Did you see what happened there?
Time Door warbles. Okay, get in the car.
Oh my God.
Oh, geez, Zaniac. Oh, Lord, it's an arcade game, too? Wow. They're both making good points, you know?
Yeah.
It really wasn't their choice. But the thing is, like, if they're there for so long, and that literally is the only life they know, because you know their brains, memories, everything has been wiped. Their entire personality is that of living in the TVA. You know.
And they may like it.
Yeah. So I guess now this is essentially going to be the opportunity to give them that choice.
I'm Loki.
I'm you.
No, nothing. Well, he needs to go to a place where everybody knows your name. Do 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 do. I don't want to be alone. Aww. That's a pretty simple reason to want to save the entire universe. I don't want to be lonely.
Valhalla.
Think he'd have to die for that and die in a battle, right?
Yep.
Maybe just his arm.
I will say that one scene from Thor: Love and Thunder was kind of funny when what's her name was like, "Let me go, Thor. Let me die. I'll be in Valhalla." And he goes, "Well, you know, you need to die in battle to go to Val. No, save me, save me."
Well, your arm will be in Valhalla.
This is starting to look a little like the TVA.
Yep.
Yeah, the further they go along,
Yeah.
the further it looks like his room.
Did he build the TVA in this old warehouse?
Maybe he built it to look like it because he was familiar with it.
Is that your dog barking, Dave?
Yeah. Always selling. Mobius always selling.
I'm gonna borrow this thing for a bit. Oh Lord.
So what's going to happen to convince Sylvie?
Mm-hmm.
The dog scared Sully. Sorry, man.
Sorry, Soul Man. He's a good doggy.
Introduce her to some good music.
Oh, this is from the trailer we saw where the
Oh yeah.
timeline starts breaking apart. So
Mhm.
that's what's going to convince her.
Probably. It's gonna be like, oh, okay, I have to go.
They call that rock music.
Did you read the closed captioning too?
That's easy listening, if anything. So he just slipped out, you know. You see that?
Oh, yep.
Hmm.
He's frozen.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh, okay. Yeah, everything's just starting to kind of like come apart.
This is where that CG budget went.
Right? Uh-oh, spaghettifying.
This is why you need the TVA, Sylvie.
Yeah.
Friendship and keeping all of reality together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd have a horrified look on my face too. Mr. Fantastic?
Man, I shouldn't have ate those mushrooms earlier.
Right.
No, in fact, if you had more, this would seem normal.
Oh.
Oh, that looks very Thanos-y.
Mm-hmm. Now, would it affect her too, or would she somehow? It's like everything around her seems to be spaghettifying, but not her.
Yeah, this isn't her original timeline, is it?
Oh, so she's safe. Well, safe-ish. I mean, she'll be standing in the middle of nothing. Okay, yeah, I remember this from the trailer. Oh, she still has her temp pad. Good.
So she was ready all along.
And then she's gonna open the door and be like, "No, no, you were right."
Yes.
Time door warbles. No, they're not.
It's just the noise it makes, right? Warble. I've never heard a warble.
Yeah, what is a warble? I have all the pens. Oh, jeez.
That's not what he took, is it?
Uh-oh.
That's what happens when you lie.
Whoops. Oh, boy. That's not good. Yeah, this is a lot like the Thanos snap. It's like they're trying to escape, but it's just hitting them anyway. Oh, got her too. Jeez.
See, the Doctor Strange was for, so I can make all this spaghetti people.
She should have at least given him her Tempad watch thing. Oh. Oh, is he learning how to control the time slip?
I think so.
Huh, interesting. Nice. Now hurry, you're running out of time. Literally. Story. How far back are you gonna? Oh,
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 is there an after credit scene?
you know, I honestly I wish I could say I was surprised. Like I looked over real quick and I'm like, ooh, 7 minutes left. That means it's about over. Because we need
No
like
after credit scene.
7 minutes of credits.
Well, that was interesting. I was silent most of it. And that's a good thing.
Well, I don't know if our viewers feel the same way, but sure.
Well, I mean, you guys are talking. No, but really, if it's that good where I can't even comment on it, I was engrossed. He learned to control it. So the best episode is going to be next week, obviously.
Probably.
that was a pretty good episode, but yeah, it's
Yep.
definitely going to.
Unless they
lot-
pull a Luke Cage on it and they just get it resolve it within the first 10 minutes. You know?
Please don't say that.
Yeah.
Jeez. Oh man. You guys want to take 5, or do you want to get right into it?
No, we can take 5. I gotta use the bathroom.
Yeah, I have to use the restroom too. So.
All right, then, fellow nerds, we will be right back. And we're back. We are back, and we're ready to dive into the episode that we just watched. Gentlemen, we just got done watching Loki, Season 2, Episode 5, Science/Fiction. It was
Where-
terrible. I don't want to talk about it.
Where it's the what and the how as opposed to the why. But it's not any of that. It's
And the who and the when.
That's right.
I'll one up you. Why is Gamora?
Sierra says 8 out of 10. Wow.
I dug that episode too. It was very character-driven episode, but I mean, I definitely thought it was really well done.
I was riveted. I have no complaints about that episode. I'm not going to give it a 10. I think Sierra is probably accurate, but it was very good. Very good show.
Yeah, I mean,
I know go ahead.
I was going to say, right after watching it, it'd be a 8.5 or so out of 10. I mean, I think they really nailed it. It was great seeing Frank, Casey being a little different, and seeing Don and Mobius and Hunter B-15 and seeing the Zaniac video game. I mean, they did a really good job of explaining why they now need to do this. Loki wanted to do this for friendship because he found people he generally gets along with. And, he had to convince Sylvie. I thought for sure that we were going to see Kang or something go on Kang related to convince her to do it. But just having the time stream unraveling because of whatever was going on at the TVA was as good a reason as any to, why do you want to save this universe? Because I'm one of the idiots that lives in it.
Right.
What's weird is if you look at this, say from like a Family Guy point of view, where how Stewie travels in time and goes back and changes everything, and then that whole episode where he killed Lois never happened because it was all in a mind thing. I could see people saying, "Oh, wait a minute, I was all invested in that, and I was just going to jump back in time and erase everything that happened." I could see people getting annoyed with that. But since it's not really a big twist, I don't have a problem with it. It's not bothering me.
Honestly, it's like in the comics of recent, he became Loki, the god of stories, and that's almost what is going on here. He's able to rewrite the story.
Good point.
So that was kind of an interesting little way they took that. I enjoyed it. Now, obviously, we got a whole lot left. Well, one episode left of them trying to save the TVA, and I'm assuming I've not changed from my opening statement way back when it started. Loki will be sitting at the end of time as the king of the Time Variance Authority or whatever.
The
I
Loki
agree.
who remains.
Yep.
I wholeheartedly agree with that theory. And if it turns out that isn't the case, then you know what? Fine, I'll admit it. But I'm pretty sure you're right.
You know what he's going to do? He's going to save time and let Mobius be the one who remains. Because Mobius loves his life at the TVA.
Let Mobius remain at the end of time? I don't know.
No, because Mobius likes being like an agent. He likes talking to the people.
But at the same time, I think Loki would get bored. I think he'd need to get into some mischief. So he might not hang around.
If he's able to go anywhere he wants using his time slipping abilities, he won't be bored. He could use that power, and that way they don't have to prune timelines. He could find where Kang's become powerful, zip into that timeline.
I wonder if this is going to feed into the overall what you're talking about is, I like it. It's feasible. I wonder if that's going to feed into the overall phase 6 and 7. That would be great if they found him at the end, where Kang was supposed to be, and Kang is surprised to see him there, or something like that.
I think Kang is definitely going to not want him there, because if he's able to go and stop any Kang rising to power, Loki's going to be public enemy number 1.
Right.
Stop that. I mean, the whole reason he remains in the timeline is so he was the only Kang around, and there was no multiversal war. So yeah, they might be coming after him at the end of time. We may see a scene where Loki's pulling in heroes from multiple timelines to help fight off Kang at the Citadel.
In what context? Like in a season 3 or?
No,
In the movie.
like in the movies, like in a
Okay.
Kang Dynasty or Secret War, somewhere around there. You know,
Yeah, I
we're
could see
gonna need to
something like
see.
that. I'm like, we're certainly not going to see that next week.
No,
Like
no.
Loki's
Think
definitely
that's
going to be a
completely on
major
their budget.
player in that movie. You know what I mean?
I didn't hear what you said, Dave. What?
I said Loki's going to be a major player in that Kang Dynasty movie. Definitely, for sure.
I hope so. But the way the MCU movies have been going, I don't know. They're probably going to make Namor the main player.
It's
for some
Namor.
reason.
It depends on if you're friends with him, though.
Yeah, we're good buddies.
Oh,
We
so
go way back.
he's
So he's
Tyler.
Namor.
It's Namor. Good old
Namor.
buddy with Savage Opress.
Go get Savage Opress and Namor. We're gonna go have some takeouts.
Oh gosh, nobody is going to get these jokes, but I'm laughing. We're all
You
laughing.
ain't never had a takeout, have you? Had a takeout? You have a takeout?
You know, I did think it was rather humorous that Loki was fixing his appearance when he went to talk to Don at his house. He's like, I don't know if he just didn't want to freak him out, or if he was like,
my good buddy.
yeah, got to look good for my friend.
I think when he stepped out of the door every time, he did something to straighten out his jacket or something. All right, you're not going to believe this, but what I got to tell you.
And
I love when he did that to Sylvie. That was my favorite part.
It's like,
Well, this isn't how it was supposed to go at all.
right,
And I
because she
just
would have
looked
been on Asgard had she gone back to her real life.
and just so you know, I looked it up. Casey is Frank Morris. In 1962, 3 men escaped Alcatraz and were never seen again. We don't know what happened to them, although the popular theory is that they drowned in San Francisco Bay. One was named Frank Morris.
There we go. Okay.
Hey. must
Casey
have
from
been
the
the same
TVA.
guy. That Clint Eastwood played.
Yep, I think it was.
That's hilarious. Does it say what he was in Alcatraz for?
No.
Okay.
He stole a newspaper or something.
Well, I mean, they had him out to be like, he was like robbing banks and stealing things. But I'm wondering if it was like 13 murders.
Right. We shouldn't be glorifying this person.
Right? It's like, oh, maybe we shouldn't have put him in the TVA as like one of the heroes.
That's a weird Disney moment. Weird moments in Disney history.
Hey, that's okay. Have you met Walt? He stays frozen for a reason.
That's really good, Doug. That's a really
That's
good
too
movie.
good, man. I'm a little freaked out right now.
Oh man, I my thoughts while we were watching this episode, as we got like towards where he was like gathering everybody together, my thoughts about this episode were kind of drifting towards. This reminds me of the second to last episode of Ahsoka, where that episode, it was used to kind of build things up. It was used to move the chess pieces into place, and I felt like that was a lot of what this episode was doing, but better. There was a lot more stakes, I think, in this. They set things up a little bit better. We cared about these characters. There was definitely a lot better humor. So while this episode was basically just to get all the chess pieces in place before we do our final chess game in the last episode of this season, they did it well enough to where I cared to watch it. Like, this isn't one of those where if I'm like, suggesting, hey, you've never seen that series Loki, well, watch everything. You can skip season 2 episode 5. That's nothing episode. I wouldn't say that, because even though this could be maybe don't get your pitchforks, put them down. Keith, put the torch out. this could be considered a filler episode in other TV series, but they did it well enough that I wouldn't call it that.
Well, once again, it was kind of a filler episode, but filler episodes can still be good and well done. And I kind of agree with your statement. I do think it was kind of a filler episode because it got us the pieces, like you said, the chess pieces are now aligned for the finale of season 2. But it was well done. I mean, I was riveted almost, watching the entire time. And, Sierra's talking about the acting. I mean, Tom Hiddleston is a tremendous actor. And, it just comes through. And everyone has their role and plays it well on this show. They pick the right people to play the right characters.
I agree.
Mobius has a good...
He's nailing that.
His comedic timing is fantastic in this show. The way he delivers his lines and the way people react and everything is just, makes me want to watch more. It's, it was why I loved season 1 so much. They did such a good job with pulling everything together and making sense of weird time travel stories. They got weird stuff going on, but they've done enough to build up to it that it makes sense. Like no one's like, why is that stuff spaghettifying? That makes no sense. You're like, oh crap.
You've explained it enough.
Yeah.
It's like their new toy. We're going to spaghettify anybody.
Right. You guys thought dusting was cool.
Check this out.
Spaghetti.
Yeah.
What's it going to be?
I got
It's going
what's it
to
gonna be
be
next
eventually.
Because after last week's episode, I was thinking about this and I totally forgot to bring it up. What is it with spaghetti and time travel stories?
I know in the Flash too, right?
Yes. Thank you. I'm glad you remembered.
They're just, I think what Batman was trying to refer to at that time was that those were different timelines. But that's not what they're saying on Loki. They're not saying that.
You guys talking about the Flash show with Grant Gustin?
Yeah. There was that one episode where they were sitting around talking about their feelings and they ate spaghetti.
And some guy named Morkel Cleats was there, Morkel Cleaton, and he got sent there because he thought the food might be better, even though he left his family behind in another dimension. Remember this story?
And you know what? You know what I think I remember the most about that episode? 0 babies went into microwaves. None. Not at all.
None of them? No plastic?
None of them. Not a one.
No plastic children.
There was no microwaving of babies. The main character wasn't a villain.
No?
No.
That's some crazy stuff, man.
I know. It's not asking much, but hey.
Wait, did they switch the guy who had been playing the one character all the way through the movie and they switched him at the end to be a different guy who had played him in the past? Oh, there was an absolutely in the chat.
Keith redeemed an absolutely for 1,000 gems.
Oh, boy. Must have needed it.
Well,
Sierra said I'd say he's very convincing, and I just had to say that word. She was spot on.
So now as your thumbnail suggests, what's next?
I don't know. This show is so hard for me to try and theorize about because so much unexpected stuff is happening. The only thing that I can say that I think for sure is Keith's theory. The fact that, we think that Loki is going to end up as the new He Who Remains. I mean, we also know that it's probably going to help set off the Kang Wars. I'm pretty sure we're going to next week. I bet you any money at the and yes, I will bet all of the money that I don't have. I am going to bet that at the end of next week's episode, we will get an end credit scene, and it will probably show us more about the Congress of Kangs. What are they called again? The
Council of Kangs. The Council of Cross-Time Kangs.
Just like the Council of Bricks.
Whoa.
I
bet you any money we're going to see an end credit scene with all the Kangs. Maybe they're going to have a battle royale. They're going to decide who gets to, take over the timeline, or they're going to go all attack. Who knows?
Well, and you know what sucks is next week we won't be here to watch it.
True. We will not be having a watch party because we will definitely be seeing the Marvels. Whoever planned that out at Marvel Studios, you are on our crap list because, we bought the tickets for our at the theater spoiler-free review of the Marvels, and it is the same night as the Loki season 2 finale. And I would much more excited for the Loki season 2 finale.
To be fair, I think it's more common for movies to premiere on Fridays instead of Thursdays. Because generally, whenever they say this movie premieres on such and such date, they always give the Friday. We just happen to see it Thursday night.
Yeah.
So.
Well, you know what they could do is they could release Loki a day early, and then I wouldn't be mad at them.
That'd be nice. I don't think they will, but that would be super nice.
I would be down for that. And while we're talking about what next, I think most of next week's episode is going to be them trying to save the temporal loom. We might see Victor Timely turn into spaghetti 40, 50 times.
And that's what's going to drive him mad.
Yeah, it could, and I don't think they're going to necessarily be successful. They may have some success, but we know that the multiverse is going to bust open because we know it's coming. So, as long as they do it well and it makes sense and it's well written and acted and played out well, I think it's going to be, good. But I don't think they're going to be successful in getting the TVA back up and running to where it was next week. I think that the goal of Loki, sitting at the end of time and controlling will be probably the end of Secret Wars or somewhere, something along those lines.
Do you think we'll get another season of Loki, or do you think 2 was it?
I think 2 is it.
All right. Keith,
Sadly,
or Dave, what do you think?
I think we will get another season because there's still when is Secret Wars coming out? When is Kang Dynasty coming out? 2025, right? I said that many times, but I only think once.
I think Kang Dynasty is 2025 and Secret Wars is 2026.
Well, if it's that soon, then probably not a third season. But if there's any more time than that, I would say there's going to be a third season. Because if you think about it, they really didn't cover much this season. They didn't go very far. He started by realizing, that it was Kang, obviously, at the beginning, and everybody forgot him. And then they went straight to the loom, with time slipping in the loom. So in actuality, if you put all those shows together, it hasn't taken that much time. You know what I'm trying to say?
Most of this season has just been dealing with the repercussions of Sylvie killing He Who Remains.
Yeah.
Yes. And not much time has passed, so they could throw another season in there.
I see what you did there. Not much time has passed. In fact, you could say it's been no time at all.
Oh, yeah. It's kind of like 24. You ever see that show 24? Where each show,
I saw an episode, it didn't care for it.
Each show was an hour long, and it was 24 episodes in a season. So that's what happened in every hour. So that show really didn't take that much time, but it took a heck of a lot of time out of your life.
And honestly, with the writer's strike and the actor's strike, I don't think any time frames for any MCU projects are accurate at this point.
Yeah, they're not safe.
No. So, we definitely could get a season 3. If they have a story to tell that would help lead into a lot of the stuff, they should 100% do it. Because so far, season 1 and season 2 have probably been my 2 favorite seasons of any Marvel show. WandaVision I enjoyed. Falcon and the Winter Soldier was aight. Hawkeye was good, enjoyable, not great. I enjoyed Miss Marvel. She-Hulk was average, had some moments. But Loki season 1 and 2.
I was lukewarm on all the other previous series. They were all just really about average to me. I didn't even like Loki season 1 that much. But Loki season 2 has been a step up. I agree with that. So that if that's the case, that would make Loki my favorite out of all the TV shows. Unless you're going to start counting Daredevil from Netflix, then it's all bets are off.
Well, it's an MCU show.
Well, actually, Kevin Feige, Dave's buddy, Kevin Feige, has said anything Marvel TV or movie related is part of the MCU, just a different timeline or a thing. So, yes,
Okay.
you're right, Dave. Daredevil is the best MCU show by far.
That's really moving the goalposts.
Well,
Yes, it is, but it makes us feel good, so that's all that matters.
we do what we can.
And that, this whole episode was him kind of gathering a team.
Yeah, it was putting his crew
So
together.
Son of a bitch. I'm in.
This could be, last week I talked about during the whole, Jason Aaron run on the Avengers, they kept talking about, like, there was the multiversal Masters of Evil that was just destroying timelines. And they kept talking, these deathlocks were like Avenger Prime is gathering, getting people together and doing all this stuff. And at the end of that series, you find out Loki is Avenger Prime. And he kind of jokes like, I've always been the one to bring the Avengers together. And he could be doing that throughout Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars. He could be the one putting together this team to fight against, the Kang variants. He could be, getting Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. He could be a part of Deadpool 3, pulling Deadpool and Wolverine together to be a part of that team, and just gathering the best or the strongest heroes from here and there. He could, the primes, basically. Exactly.
Well, I've got a slightly more boring question about his controlled time travel ability. Since he now has his time slipping more or less under control and he can move throughout timelines, is there anything stopping him at this point from saving his mother? Because the case that they made in Endgame was they couldn't because of the way that Bruce described time travel was, well, you can't go into the past and change things. It seems like Loki can, though.
What has he been able? When he time slips, does he end up anywhere but somewhere in the TVA?
Yeah, because he was doing it outside of the TVA in the different branched timelines.
Yep, because he went to Mobius's place, and then he slipped to COB or Doug.
Okay.
And he slipped to see, he was basically jumping around.
Okay.
And so now that we've seen, and in fact, his time slip was what allowed him to basically reverse things from when everybody was being spaghettified. He, was able to control it in that moment towards the end of there. So
I would say he could definitely save his mom.
I'm wondering if the powers that be at Marvel even thought of that.
Probably.
Well, we've shown time and again that
one.
We've shown time and again that we think more about these things than they do.
Oh yeah.
So
I feel like this is going to be and I know Dave won't get this, but the showrunners of Game of Thrones, when they whenever they had to try and make an excuse for why like somebody forgot about something that they had set up in a previous episode, they'd just be sitting there on camera like, well, Dany forgot that she had dragons. Wait, what? I have a feeling it was going to be like, some like Marvel executive like, Loki forgot he had a mom.
It's a director's commentary. Yeah, Loki. No, he's not going to go back and fix anything, even though he can.
Right.
Well, and it could be like the What If Doctor Strange story. Every time he tried to save, what's her name, bad things happened. And so maybe there are certain points, I forget what they called it, a fixed point in time that can't be changed. And maybe his mother is one of them. They could delve into him trying.
I forgot about that. Oh, you know what? That's another show that I know a lot of people didn't like. I enjoyed it. I really liked What If, and I can't wait for that to come back because they were setting up. I think the original idea was for them to be more episodic, like just hey, what if this happened? What if that happened? But having the Watcher there made it more of a serialized show where all of the different scenarios were bleeding into each other, and I liked that. I thought that was a cool idea. So instead of them just being one-offs, they mattered.
They hinted at a multiversal team of Avengers, which could be what comes into play for, the end of this phase. What stops Kang in the end. And which would be nice, a nice little send-off to a lot of the older Marvel actors. We saw Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield, and that was great. Yeah. They could bring in some others just for a little farewell, then bam.
That'd be so cool.
Sure, the multiverse is there, but we're not doing it anymore. We're done, you guys. Hopefully. Except I know Dave will be picketing outside. More multiverse stories.
I love the multiverse. And I love how it affects everything we watch these days. It's awesome. It's the greatest thing.
That is one thing that I like about Rick and Morty. Was it Rick? No, I'm sorry. Wow, my brain is garbage. The recent South Park thing that I was telling you guys about that's on Paramount Plus. They were making fun of the multiverse.
I can see anybody who's not involved in a superhero story or they're going to be making fun of it because they
had like a main character that was like running up and you guys, I'm so-and-so from another universe. I don't care. I do not care. We're not doing a multiverse story. Just go away. No, but you don't understand.
No, I do understand. Get out of here.
We're not doing this. Oh, man.
And we're doing this instead of multi-dimensional cable.
It's Morty's mind blowers.
Yes. See,
the
dust on this because this isn't the first time we've done this.
Now the question is, what's going to be the best episode we see this week? Will it be Doom Patrol? Will it be Gen V? Will it be Invincible? Will it be Loki? Obviously, we can't answer that question tonight, but Sunday. The
Battle Royale.
What you have a prediction? I even know you've already seen this one. What do you? My personal feeling is Invincible is going to be the best.
I'm thinking that too. Honestly, I loved Loki. I thought it was great.
Mm-hmm.
Man, the first season of Invincible was just so great.
It really was.
I can't imagine them falling off. If they do just a dive in quality starting at this first episode, I'm going to be shocked. I do think you're right, Dave. I think it's going to just, blow us away.
Since this is the season finale of Gen V, personally, I think that one is actually going to be best. So, where we last left off with Invincible, he had just gotten beat up by his dad, and they had to try and restart their lives. I haven't seen this episode yet, but I think this episode is mostly going to be used as a bit of a setup, sort of reset the status quo, if it were. Got to get things, back into place and get things moving for this new season. So I think it'll be good, but I don't think it's going to blow me away. Whereas Gen V, they've been leading up to a lot, and I think it is going to be a fantastic episode. I can't wait to watch that next.
Fantastic.
Now I wonder if Invincible will try to lull us in, because I will never forget watching that first episode of season 1, and I'm just like, this is good, it's fine, not nothing. And I'm just like, what did I just watch?
Right.
Oh my God! If they could pull that off again in the first episode of season 2, I'm just gonna buy nothing but incredible stuff. I'm gonna have Invincible outfits on every day. I'm gonna have an Invincible hat.
That was just evil. What happened there was just evil.
Oh,
the best part about Invincible is the rest of the story explained it, why he did it in such a great way, and just led to every decision that was made, and they just nailed it. I guess when you take the source material is one of the best comics ever, it certainly helps. But man, that was great.
It was so good. I loved so much of that. And same exact thing. I'm sitting there watching the first episode and thinking, this is a pretty decent Justice League knockoff. Art could be better. No big deal. Whatever.
Then all of a sudden it turned into Pink Floyd The Wall. You're like, whoa, what's going on?
All over the wall.
People's heads are coming apart. What's going on? They were all friends a minute ago. What's going on?
Oh man. Well, did we finish rating Loki? I don't think I gave a rating.
I don't think
you did.
Keith did. Yeah, it's your turn, man.
All right. What did you, Dave? What did you give it?
I gave it an 8.
You gave it an 8. Keith, what did you give it?
An 8.5.
An 8.5. So yeah, I more or less already told you all my thoughts on this particular episode. I thought it was good. It felt a little bit like it was a setup or a filler episode, but it was a really good setup and filler episode. So I think, in all honesty, I'm willing to give it an 8 too. This
All
does
right.
feel like an 8
Give it an
because
8.1.
it had me going every step of the way. It was just so much. It was both character development. We got that from both Loki and Sylvie. We got to learn more about the past of all these people. Until we know more about Frank, I'm gonna say he was one of my my favorite backstories. But if it turns out he's a psychopathic murderer, then maybe not so much. But yeah, I loved so much about this. I love the fact that Loki has basically become like a Time Lord.
Yeah.
And poor OB.
Oh,
All he wanted to do was sell his science fiction books.
Oh.
So maybe you'll find one around here somewhere. There's just stacks of them everywhere. It almost is how his character is in the TVA, because he's like, no one ever comes down here to see me. Even though he runs everything. And
that bookstore, you've got to stop putting your books on our shelves.
Yeah. Nobody's buying them. Nobody even looks at them.
He wants people to read it. It's like, I don't even think he cares if they're sold. He just wants people to read his book.
He just wants to retire from Cal and be a writer.
He doesn't want to use his PhD. All right. Do we have any last thoughts on Loki?
I think I'm going to watch it again and get some more to write on it for Sunday night.
All right. We'll do another. I think we'll have to pare down our talk about Loki on Sunday, since we're going to have so much else to talk about as well.
Yeah, we'll cover it briefly, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
You know us, we like to go into tangent time.
Oh, yeah.
We've done that here tonight. So.
Yes, I just my finger wasn't quick enough to locate the tangent time logo.
But if you like us, you like tangent time. So no worries.
That's right. You can't go wrong with tangent time. We hit a bunch of topics. Everyone's excited and educated. We really do our job. And, we may even have more to talk about if the Echo trailer does drop tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
That's just one more thing. I can't imagine. It's so weird to me that they would drop the Echo trailer like after the second to final episode of Loki. It's not coming out till January. After the Marvels and Loki, there's nothing coming out MCU-wise till January. I can't imagine.
So weird.
Yeah, they would drop it in December to build up some hype.
Yeah.
Now would be too soon. But if we get Madam Web any day now, then hey, we can be excited about that.
I'm not sure how excited I am for that, but we will see.
I really hope it's almost like a Mystery Science Theater 3000 watching that movie, where we can just sit and make fun and enjoy ourselves.
Oh, like next week. I hope next week isn't like that, but it might be.
No, it might be. If it's a good movie, they have done it. No help with those trailers they put out.
Right. Have you seen Brie Larson doing press for this movie?
No, she can't because they're on strike.
She did some press. They've been allowed to do press, right? Or was that the writers?
No.
That were allowed to do Press. Somebody was allowed to do press.
I know that the actors from the Ballad of Snakes and Snacks or something, what is that called? The Hunger Games, the Ballad of
Oh,
they
whatever.
got
I don't even want to see that.
No, I don't either. But the actors got waivers from the Screen Actors Guild to do press for it.
Oh,
yeah.
So
well, I
mean,
see
maybe
in a interviewing. You have to look it up on YouTube. But I saw her in an interviewing with a poster behind her, and she was answering questions about the movie. And the thing was,
that was recent. Like, was it like a live interview, or do you think this may have been pre-recorded?
I don't know. She seemed excited about it, though. And, contrary to what we've been hearing lately, that she doesn't want to do another Marvels or another Miss Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
Or sorry, use Carol Danvers anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah, she doesn't want to be Captain Marvel anymore.
Yeah, she looked pretty happy though.
It would be a shame if because that's another character where they could have done more with it, you know. So the fact that she got one movie and then she had a couple of minor appearances here and there, kind of sprinkled into a couple of different movies. They could have done so much more with her, because the fact of the matter is they skipped ahead to her version of Captain Marvel because, you know, they thought that would be a better or the best representation of that particular character. Carol Danvers Captain Marvel versus, you know, Marvel or any of the other versions. But then the fact that she only got one movie and it was an origin story, and an origin story that unfortunately not a lot of people liked.
But it still made $1 billion.
It did. Well, yeah, I mean, every Marvel movie around that time did.
Yeah.
I think they still are.
Oh no, Ant-Man didn't clear 500.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it only made 465,000 or 465 million.
I didn't know that. Jeez.
Yeah, and they consider that a flop or just underperforming anyway. Which I was
they consider it underperforming, not a flop.
But
now, if
I was in a movie that made that much, I'd be happy.
I would be ecstatic. Now, if the predictions for the Marvels coming in at like between 70 and 80 million opening weekend, and that doesn't pick up steam, now it could be Marvel's first flop if that's accurate. Now, you know, it's hard to, you know, they always say, like, even like Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, they were like, oh, this is looking like it's going to do 50 million, 60 million opening weekend, then it ended up doing like 118 million. So, you know, if it's good, word of mouth may spread, it may do better. If it's not good, it may tank below that. They could do 50 million. And on a budget, I think the budget was 250 million.
Mm-hmm.
That could be really bad.
And they say you gotta take the 250 and then double it, and then that's when they determine whether
break even.
Yeah, breaking even, making good money. So they have a long way to go. Oh, I hope it's good.
Me too.
I do too. You know,
I never want a movie to be bad.
Right.
No, but some I'm just pulling for it, you know. Some movies they're not going to be bad.
Well, it's like, you know, I was hoping the one oh my god, based on a video game.
Mortal Kombat.
Tomb Raider.
Not Tomb Raider. Or was it
Sonic?
Raider? Maybe it was Did we see Tomb Raider with Alicia Vikander or whatever?
Yes.
Tomb Raider movie? Okay.
Yes.
That movie, I wanted to be good. And I'm like, okay, you know, let's hope. And then we get there and it's like, oh my God, what were they thinking? Why did this happen?
Yeah.
Jeez. I wanted Thor the Dark World to be good. Sorry, Carrie, if you're out there. I know you love it. I'm voting for you next week. Please don't yell at me too much.
I think it's just
I wanted
out there now.
Yeah. I wanted Morbius to be good.
I kind of figured that wasn't going to be great, but
no.
Yeah.
I assumed it wasn't either, but I did want it to be good. It would have been nice,
Yeah.
Nice little treat.
I guess we were all hoping that there would be some sort of redeeming factor in it. You know what movie I really wanted to be good, and
Ghostbusters.
It dropped the ball for me.
Detective Pikachu.
Spider-Man 2. From Amazing Spider-Man 2. Sorry.
Oh, I thought you meant the Sam Raimi one. I'm
Amazing
like, what?
Spider-Man 2. Yeah, I win it because I really liked Amazing Spider-Man 1. I enjoyed it. I thought it was a good movie, and I liked Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man. I thought he did a good job, even as a different take on Peter. He wasn't as much of a nerd. He was more of an awkward, antisocial guy, but I liked his take on it. And so I was looking forward to seeing Amazing Spider-Man 2 in the theaters, went and saw it. And in that very opening scene when he's in the armored car, and I'm watching it, and I was like, oh my God, they turned it into a giant cartoon. He's bouncing around in the back of this armored truck like a cartoon character. I'm going to hate this movie. And then when it ended with Sony once again trying to make a Sinister Six, I'm like, I hate this so much. I cannot stand it. I was so mad. I was so mad at that movie.
You didn't think it was amazing?
No, I did not.
Yeah. I am very happy that Jamie Foxx was able to come back in No Way Home
Yeah,
and redeem himself for what they made him do as Electro in that Amazing Spider-Man 2. That was just not right.
I tried so hard. Like I was on the defensive because like I went and saw that movie, and I was like I was trying to convince myself that it was good. That's how mad I was. And when people were telling me like yeah, the way they did Electro was bad, I'm like, well, actually, I mean, if you think about it from a certain point of view.
Okay, Obi-Wan.
No.
And I watched it again. I think you gave me a digital copy of that movie, Dave.
I think I did.
And
Yeah,
I ended up watching it again. I'm like, I'm gonna watch it again. It can't be. Oh, Tundra Walker. We have not bashed your DD movie once tonight.
But we will now.
No, I will not bash it until I watch the director's cut, like I promised you. I'm hoping that's soon, but maybe Loki will time slip into that Daredevil movie and bring Ben Affleck as the prime Daredevil.
Tundra Walker, for only 2,500 gems, you can make Keith say something nice about Daredevil. Just throwing it out there.
Well, he hasn't been in a while. I don't know if he's got 2,500 gems.
I think he's here more often than he talks to us. I think he's still mad at us about raising the prices on all the things.
He says, I do have a few gems laying around.
We're not talking about the family gems. Oh,
come on, Dave. It's a family show.
Yeah. Winternet.
You guys are just my winternet? What does that mean?
I guess during the winter, he likes to hang out with us. He does. He fishes. He, canoes, and
is he out there reeling in theories like Dave?
He is out there reeling in theories. So it will be nice that the weather is changing. That we'll have you back. Yeah, fish, golf, canoe, and things. He's always out doing stuff.
What is this in real life?
What? Yeah, what is that?
Look at that.
Are you one of those people trying to tell me to touch grass again? I refuse, sir. I refuse.
I'm going to sit in front of my television and I'm going to watch my superhero shows.
That's it. That's all I got.
You don't understand. I just put together an incredibly comprehensive list of anime, and now I'm going to rewatch all of them.
I'm actually looking forward. Now that you mentioned that, I was looking over your list, which there's 7,000 things to watch. So thanks for keeping it. Thanks for keeping the list short, Doug. Jesus. But
there's just so many. So here's the thing about a lot of the other people that are putting together what they consider their starter list. They're pulling from one genre, and I don't think that's fair. Because anime is a lot like any other TV. There's comedy, there's action, there's thriller, there's horror, there's mystery. anime is the same thing. So I didn't think it would be fair to, if we were going to put together a sample platter, to just give a sample of just the best fighting anime or something like that, or just the best giant robot anime. I figured if we do like maybe 3 or 5 from each of the genres, give you more of a comprehensive sample platter.
So let's see.
Why doesn't Akira ever stream for free? Is this a joke? Or
Because if you're good at something, you get paid for it, right? Joker.
that's what I'm waiting for. Like, is this a setup for something? Akira is a that's familiar. What is that? I've heard that before.
And he's also talking about, for those of you, if you guys, I don't know if you follow our socials on a regular basis, but yes, today a Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes trailer dropped, and I shared it on Twitter, formerly known as X, and Tundra Walker was upset because there is an ape, a dirty ape named Nova from the old Planet of the Apes, and he said when he searches for Nova stuff, and the Marvel Nova, a bunch of Planet of the Apes stuff comes up.
Oh, that's not cool, man. That's not cool. Is that still played by Andy Serkis?
I didn't hear his voice. I don't know. I was going to look it up, and I was so busy at work today. Every time I tried to do anything that was cool and fun and not time and attendance related, kept getting dragged out of it. But I watched it. I didn't hear Andy Serkis's voice. So I don't know if Caesar is in it. I don't know how they're going to handle all that. But it looked pretty darn good.
Interesting.
Mark Wahlberg in it? No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, Monkey, how you doing? Hey, Monkey, why don't you come here?
He was in the first one.
Why don't you?
Yeah.
Not of this series, but
why don't you stop trying to take over the world, Monkey? Say hello to your mother for me. All right, I'm going to Dunkin' Donuts.
Huh? What? Huh? Oh, okay. What? Yeah. Say hello to your mother for me.
Yeah, I'm not sharing that chat then.
Let's see here.
Oh my God, Tundra Walker! Why did you send us a YouTube of the diarrhea scene from Dumb and Dumber with Nicole Kidman talking over it?
Seriously? And then you said it out loud.
Oh boy.
No,
Thank you.
I don't see Andy Serkis in any credits for that movie.
Okay, I didn't think I heard his voice.
That's strange. He was in the first. How many were there? 3 before that, or 2?
3, yeah.
He was in the first 3 then. Interesting decision.
He probably couldn't afford him.
Yeah, he is getting big, and he is directing his own movies now. So.
Yeah.
One way out.
One way out. One way out.
What's that? Go back and watch Andor again? Okay.
If I have to.
You know, I do find it funny. So this is just a bit of YouTube channel humor. We ended up, for those of you who are watching our channel, watch our videos, we did get a copyright claim for some of the music that we were using at the end of our videos. And full disclosure, yeah, that's fair. I just thought it was nice sounding music. It technically did not belong to us, so I totally get that. That's fine. But I do find it funny because we did use that same song throughout all of the entire run of Andor, and the music was the music that played when we saw Space Miami. And it's funny that the one Andor video that they gave us a copyright claim on was for the escape from Narkina 5, not from not the one where
Space Miami episode. Yes,
right, exactly. I personally, I find that a little funny. But watch, that'll be next now.
Can't wait for that. That's definitely on next year, right?
Another Andor?
and or late 2014, I think they said.
2014. Well, we're doing that time.
2024.
I was going to say, whoa, we got time slipped.
Yeah,
You
we're
got
going to
time
time slip.
Time slipping's real.
Whoa, dudes.
Radical. All right, is it getting to be about that time then?
Yeah, I think I'm being summoned, but so yeah.
Oh, wait,
All
let's
right,
see.
then, Mr. Keith, why don't we go ahead? Why don't you find somebody for us to raid?
Oh, yep.
It's
I was
a
just looking at Tundra Walker's comments. The Joker War Saga, I have not read it yet. And he got it on the metal stuff from thing, but let's see. Yes, I've not read that yet, Tundra Walker, but I got DC Universe and I plan on reading it. Because didn't you read some of the metal books? The Dark Knight Who Laughs, and let's see. We got A Trade just chatting with 149. Oh, Dr. Detroit. Let's raid Dr. Detroit.
Oh yeah, he's on.
Good
Yep,
idea.
he's on. I've not seen him on in a very, very long
Sweet.
time.
Yeah, let's raid him. And by the way, for those of you on YouTube that have no idea what we're talking about, this is something that you do on Twitch. A lot of times what we like to do at the end of a stream is we pick another person that's streaming, a friend of the channel, if you will, and we take all of our viewers and move them into their stream. It's kind of a way to show support. So if you're watching us from YouTube, while you won't be able to follow us from there, if you're with us on Twitch, you will go with us over to Dr. Detroit, good friend of the channel. And what is he doing? Is he playing? Yeah, he's playing Rogue Company again. All right. Excellent.
Okay, I'm about to send the command. Are you guys ready?
I'm ready.
Awesome. Everybody, thanks for coming out. We're going to be rating. Oh, we only got 2 viewers?
We have 3, at least 3.
That's what it said. It says rating with 2 viewers. Oh, 5 viewers are ready to raid. My apologies. Thanks, everybody, for being out. We'll be back Sunday night. More Loki, Gen V, Invincible, Doom Patrol, maybe.
Yeah, yeah.
We got a lot. Maybe even an Echo trailer with Daredevil and Kingpin.
What? And that was good timing.
Hey fellow nerds, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you want to see more of this stuff, make sure that you check out our Twitch stream. We try to do these live Sunday or Monday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Keep an eye on our social media to find out when you can join in live and chat with us during these live streams. Also, as usual, don't forget to check out our other social media. Add us at Twitter, comment down below, and we'll see you next time right here on Not Your Status Quo.